Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Hart TFS. For those of you that are new, my name is Hart. I make daily NBA prize pick videos as well as daily NBA slate breakdowns on DraftKings. So let's get into today's video. And before we do, if you can leave a like and subscribe, do appreciate you guys' support. Follow me on Twitter. I put up my extra prize pick plays, my DFS core plays for the showdown slates. Answer any questions you guys have. Talk just DFS in general. We've been doing decent on prize picks the past few nights. Last night, we kind of got screwed. Luka obviously smashed. Draymond sucks. That dude is horrendous. Maybe if you would play basketball instead of just complaining and moaning every single play to the refs, he would have hit, but he missed by like 2.5. That dude is horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm glad he fouled out. That dude just is so annoying. Clay wasn't very involved offensively. He had a quiet 15. They kind of went to him a few plays every quarter, and that was really it. Didn't have the ball in his hand too much, so went 1-3 on my final picks. But my early picks went 3 out of 4. Steph hit, Luka hit, and then who was the third one? I forget who the third one was in my early look video of the 4 I put out, but someone else hit. Or it was Reggie Bullock. So Luka, Steph, and Reggie hit in that first video. So 3 out of 4. The Clay one obviously didn't hit. And then the other video, the final one, I went 1-3. So overall, we're still, I think, better than 60% this week on the picks. I think closer to 65. So hopefully we get a nice 4-4 today and we don't get screwed by something. But the first pick I have for you guys today is, I talked about this in my analysis video earlier today on the showdown slate, but I do really expect these Heat guys to step up. The guys like Lowry, guys like Bam, guys like Hero. Now, Kyle Lowry isn't guaranteed to play yet. We're still waiting on the news closer to game time if he's going to play and plays full minutes. If he does, I like his over on assists. If there's a minutes limit, definitely don't play Lowry. I'd say, it's way too risky. So I'd say take him out, make this just a 3-pick play. But I do really expect these Heat guys to step up. We saw in game 1, Jimmy was kind of able to lead them to a victory because the Celtics were not able to hit their shots. Game 2, the game script flipped. The Celtics were able to hit their threes, and the Heat were terrible. It's pretty much either Jimmy or bust, and they were, kept going to Jimmy. He's able to score, but no one else on their team was able to play defense or score. And I think they're going to have to switch it up offensively. They can't just keep going through Jimmy. I love him. I think he's a fantastic player, but it's not going to win in the series if they just keep going through him. They're going to need guys to step up, and those guys are the Hero and Bam. So I really like the over-projected points here for Bam. Obviously, he's been playing terrible the past 4 games. If we pull him up on DraftKings as well. He's a guy that was averaging 18, 10, 3, and almost a block per game, almost 40 fantasy points per game in the regular season. And in the past 4 games, he's just been brutal. Something has to be off. Something has to be wrong because he's been horrendous. And yet he's still, pretty close to his prize pick line for today of 13.5, 12, 10, 10. Last game was obviously 6, but they're going to have these guys step up or they're probably going to lose the next 3 games. So I really like, getting risky, going with the Bam over projected points. They really need him to step up, and Tyler Hero and Lowry. So like the over for Bam. If he steps up, it's going to be a good game. If not, they're probably going to get blown out again, especially when it's at Boston's home arena now. Kyle Lowry, the one I mentioned, he has, hit it a good amount. Where is he? 3 out of the past 5. He's averaging 5.2 in the last 5. It just comes down to if he's playing his full minutes. Once again, we need to wait for the news. If he's playing his full minutes, I like the over on assists. He should probably see 30-plus minutes. If he's not playing his full minutes, if there's some sort of restriction, obviously don't play him. That definitely limits his assist ability, but I expect him to kind of step up in the spot. So I like the over assist as of right now, considering the fact that he should play the whole game. There shouldn't be a minutes limit, but if there is, obviously don't play Kyle Lowry. Take him out. The third one I have for today is over on Big Al's fantasy score. The one I really like as well, if you don't like his fantasy score, his assist, he's averaging 4.2 over the last 5. He's either pushed or hit it pretty much every game. Let's pull them up here on DraftKings as well. As you can see, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 3, 1 was the last game of the Brooklyn game. But before that, 3, 2, 2, 2. So pretty much since the last game of the Brooklyn series, the whole Milwaukee series, and then now into the Heat series, he's gotten 3 or more assists per game. So I like the over there. At worst, he'll push. So if you don't like the fantasy score, you can definitely go to Al's over on assists. But I like the fantasy score. And the reason why, Al's, even though he's not too involved offensively now these past few games, he's great at getting those peripheral stats. Even with when he's scoring, where is he? Come back, Al. Big Al. 10 points, this is kind of like a floor game for Al. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, block, a steal, 21 fantasy points. But before that, he only had 6 points. You'd be like, oh, he's probably got like 10 fantasy points. So no, he got 10 rebounds, 6 assists, a block. Usually gets a steal as well. So I just like it. 2 points, but 10, 3, 4, 1, and 1, 28 fantasy points. Blocks, steals count as 3 points on PrizePicks. DraftKings, they're only 2. So add extra point on. He hits the over easily. So even in his worst games, he's still getting you, above 20 fantasy points. So I just really like going to Al in this spot. He's a guy, if he steps up offensively, he's easily going to smash it. But even if he doesn't, he has a clear path to, get the points, at least a few points, some rebounds, assists, some blocks, some steals. So really like the over fantasy points per game on Al, fantasy score for this game for Al. 26 is just too low for a guy who kind of does a little bit of everything. He should see 35 plus minutes as well. They saw 33 minutes in a blowout. They really like running him out there. He's been great these playoffs. So expect 35 plus, if not closer to 40 minutes. Leads to more rebounding, to opportunities, assists, blocks, steals, you name it. Really like the over projected fantasy score for Big Al today. And the fourth one I have is over Tatum projected points. As we see this series, the Heat really can't stop Tatum. Doesn't matter who they throw on him. He's able to hit the 3. He's able to hit his mid-range. He's able to drive the ball. Tatum's just been going off. So I really like the over in Tatum. I don't mind going the fantasy score if you want to go that route. He's a guy that is pretty good at getting the peripheral stats. But if we pull him up here, he has hit it, 1 second, the past 3 out of 5, very close on the 2 he missed. He's averaging about 32 points per game in the last 5, 34, 46, 23, 29, 27. Last game was a blowout, so he probably would have scored at least, another 8 points, if not more, if the game was close. But as we know with Tatum, the offense runs through him. He's been shooting the 3 pretty well this series, and especially since the last game of the Milwaukee series, 2 games into the last 2 of the Milwaukee series. I don't know if that made sense, but he's going to play the whole game. He's going to shoot the ball 20 plus times. He's really good at shooting the 3. As we can see, 66%, 22, not bad. Or I guess it is pretty bad, but then 55, almost 47. It's just hard not to play Tatum in the spot at home. He's the leader of the team, pretty much the main point guard. Even with Marcus Smart back, it should open up some passes to Tatum off to the side. I just think, 27.5 is just too easy to get to for Tatum. He can get it any way he wants, mid-range, free throws, the three-pointer, shoots the ball a ton. 8 of 13, and he almost gets you 27 points. The dude's a beast. The minutes are there. Everything's there for him. It just comes down to hopefully he doesn't have a horrible shooting game. That's the only reason he won't get there. So I really like the over on Tatum, 27.5. Leader of the team, plays all the minutes, has all the shot opportunities. It's at home. If they're going to win this game, it's mostly going to come from Tatum. So really like Tatum's over there. He's been fantastic this playoff series and in the playoffs in general. So these are the 4 picks I have for you guys today. Bam over projected points. Obviously, if you don't want to go the Bam one, I've mentioned this in pretty much every video. I like picking Bam. That super risky. He's been horrible these playoffs. If you don't like that one, you can definitely take him out. Kyle Lowry as well. If he's not going to play his full minutes, don't play this prop. And then I really like Al Horford and Tatum. I think they're pretty safe for today. So at the very least, if you don't like the first 2, just play. You can definitely use Tatum and Horford in your own prize pick plays. I think they're very, very safe plays for today. So these are the four I like as right now. And let's get forward for today. We just got to wait on that Kyle Lowry news. Obviously, that changes the picks if he doesn't play his full minutes. But if he does, going to leave him in there. These are the forward for today. Do appreciate you guys throwing a like, subscribing as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.